I mean, you just got to be kidding, right? I mean, this is your pre-game tweet. Playing versus 3 pigs and 2 gods today. I mean, this guy's just in your head. And not only is he just doing this, but every time this guy wins a round or kills you, he's just standing up and waving his arms like he's stranded on a beach, okay, in the middle of the ocean. This type of confidence, this type of energy, this type of vibe, this fun energy that 100 Thieves has, this is what is carrying them forward. This is a stress-free environment for them. They're having fun. They're playing a video game. They're not like coming to work and clocking in and slaving away on the computer, trying to get better, fighting with each other, all this bullshit. No. We're really starting to see like a brotherhood dynamic being formed here, and I can go ahead and just credit it all to Boostio. He's doing a great job. Let's jump into the VOD here. Probably the match of the season so far, at least in my opinion. Not necessarily like the most insane stuff was pulled off here, but a lot of good things here. We have 3 maps, we have a bunch of clutches, we have some really unique plays, styles, a lot of fun watching it. Let's jump right into the bonus round, okay? 100 Thieves is in a full retake setup here. What's going to end up happening from Leviatán is they're going to recognize this, and they are going to understand that they need to extend more, right? I think the big mistake here was Mazzino throwing this molly. This is the real thing that locks Leviatán in this bomb site. And what I mean by that is, once this is all clear, Leviatán needs to get proactive. They can't just exist in this space. It's the equivalent of the split A site. If you lock yourself in the B site of bind, and you don't have elbow, or you don't have hookah, or whatever it is, and the defenders can swarm you, you're going to run out of space, and you're going to die. Things like nades, tethers, mollies, whatever it may be, right? Now that we're in the bomb site here, some good fundamentals being shown, just taking our time, clearing all of our angles, bomb going down. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4. So in that time, as you can see on the minimap here, the group of Leviatán players are now ready to push into elbow here. This is their version of proactivity. This is very well done. In this time, 100 Thieves have kind of like got this flank here, and they're getting ready to talk about how they're going to go about it. The CT players need to delay, and they need to be patient. They don't need to get a bunch of kills. They don't need to win the round right now. They need to zone Leviatán, and that's what they do a great job of. The 3-2-1 kind of peak thing here is going to come through with a dizzy. They were waiting on it. In that time, we're taking hookah. Asuna is slowly taking long. This molly lands. Bang does a great job of fighting a vulnerable player. They have to back up here. They can't really run through this. It's kind of suicide. This is a 2-body shot kill for any gun when they're vulnerable burning in this molly, and they aren't really ready to push spawn because they don't really know where the players are. Now watch the zoning utility. So they've been pushed out of elbow, right? Now they're being pushed into the octagon, out of long, sorry. Okay, the tether comes through. This is really good team play here from 100 Thieves. This is the type of energy, okay, togetherness that we need to see from championship level teams, okay? And they showed it today on this map. Slowly zoning these players. Only a few positions remaining. The layering of utility is really good. Okay, we're on the bomb here. We're clutching. We're winning the bonus. We are snowballing the half. Now we're going to be able to start using our ults and our economy advantage to do whatever we want. Something everyone has heard me rant about so far is the idea of using ultimates to win rounds. We do not want to wait for the perfect situation every single time we have an ult. We don't want to sit there and grieve them. If we have 4 or 5 good ults a half compared to 1 perfect one, 1 great one, right, we're going to be in a really nice position here where we're going to be able to strain together rounds. Watch this 2v1 situation here from the 100 Thieves, okay? King has 50 HP, and this was an eco round, right? They were on a save. He ended up picking a Vandal here, and now he's just in this standard 1v2. Yes, they could just trade him out. Yes, they could just find him and kill him because he's low, right? But they don't. They use the ult to clear out all these positions, zone him into a spot, and they get to trade each other out here and defuse the bomb. Austin's kind of jump spotting, trying to find him. Bang kind of doing the same, and it forces him to make a play. If that rocket wasn't popped, King would have been able to take his time. If we were able to get a kill, he might have been able to use his ult. Okay, he can isolate gunfights here, but we use the ult to scare him, spook him a little bit. He comes out of his shell because he knows he has to make a play. He knows the clock is ticking. With that ult, Austin is going to jump out. He's going to clear hell. He's going to clear triple. He's going to clear bench. He's going to clear default. He's going to clear pocket. He's going to step into showers, and he's probably going to shoot it over here, right? And all that time, right, where are you, King? You're either U-Haul or you're short. So they do a great job here using the process of elimination to win this round. We're going to get shown here a really cool and honestly common Gecko ult play. What's going to happen is the Thrash is going to maneuver into market, and the goal of the Raze is to follow it, stimmed, double satcheling on him, killing him, and be able to get out with this left side short smoke. So the execution is pretty much flawless here. They kind of wait for a sound here. I believe the sound cue that they're going for is King throwing his orb. They wanted to make sure that he was here. Smoke drops, stim hits the ground, Thrash comes. Asuna following it here. Messes up his satchels. I do like this play where he kind of just throws the nade on the detained player. He knows he can't go far. He's knows he's going to die to it. He's worried about his timing here. He doesn't want to keep peeking because someone would have been able to come over and help from hookah or for cave, whatever it might have been, and he's right about it. Mazina was there to punish him. But with that nade in the open, there's nothing he could really do. Cryo gets spammed off sound by Com. Watch the instantaneous reposition here from Hunter Thieves, okay? Instantly walking back to showers. They have kind of like a good count of where the players are right now. The B players are confident, and the A players are still getting proactive, okay? Map control is all about moving around on good timing. You can't just sit there and wait for things to happen. Proactivity is going to be the thing that is going to propel your defense, your CT side forward very hard. Now, slowly going through here. Doesn't really have to do anything crazy other than, you know, just making sure they're on the same page and playing together. EU understands that his job is to delay. He doesn't need to sit up there and fight to the death. Okay? He wants to make them jump through these hoops. This is what you have to do on this map. You cannot just fight long B every round, stand in hookah and die every round. Make them jump through the hoops. Make them scared of the teleporter possibility. Stop them before they get a hookah. Make them jump through the Viper wall. The moment you're giving them these dry fights, these 50-50s, that's what it comes down to in this game, right? You think I'm wrong about gunfights, how, you know, it's not a 50-50 and you want to rely on that? Go right ahead, man. There's a guy who buys a shotgun, he plays Cypher every act, and he hits rank 1. Shooting is not hard in this game, and it is the worst win condition that you can have possible. Now, in this time, Hunter Thieves gets a new updated count. This speeds up the push from happening from Hunter Thieves, right? Now we have a real count of what's going on. Bang takes a timing long here and kills Com. He knows this is the weak side based on the amount of people that have peeked hookah, and no one made any sound following the wolf. This is a little bit of a risky play, but again, this is the type of confidence these teams are going to have when they are starting to snowball against you. These 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, 5-0 starts, they have no reason to give you any space to make plays, right? They have no reason to respect you. You haven't shown them that you are good enough to play their game, and they're going to keep doing whatever they want to you. And gets punished here. Again, EU does a great job of just doing his job and just living. He's just existing here. He's just being a problem. What I really don't like here from Leviatán is that they choose to play for everything. I got a guy holding the flank. I got a guy playing passive in the octagon, and I got a guy stuck in the bomb site. What do we want to do here, guys, right? We're still missing the Gecko. We're still missing the Raze. Bind, a heavy flood map. They haven't used any utility. We think they're flanking. Because of that detail, do we all want to pull out of the bomb site and clear it? Because of that detail, do we want to push elbow together and kill this guy who's low HP? What do we want to do here? Let's get on the same page. Tex punished for questing. He's just, you know, wandering around, dead. Man advantage is flipped. It's now 3-2 in favor of Thieves. Boostio makes a step there, gets punished. EU trades. Watch the patience come out here. Just slowly waiting. Just slowly waiting. Punished. So again, Leviatán are just sitting there, questioning everything, considering everything. Not on the same page, separated, and they get ripped down by team play and simple baits. We have a situation here where I really do want to highlight the selflessness from EU. The guy's done a great job playing his role and just, again, doing his job here. And he has no problem sacrificing kills, sacrificing plays, you know, being a real team player, and this kind of showcases it here. Now, Bang is going to peek out hookah on timing here. They did a big shower default at the start of this round. He's punished, okay? Again, a little aggressive. Is it a bad play? Yes, you could argue it is. At the end of the day, he's playing with confidence. He's taking his own timings. He has his own read on the game, his own flow. If you're winning 5-0, I don't think it is a huge mistake to make plays like this. He's going to call the count and the speed up. The defenders are going to gamble a little bit here. Pay attention to EU. He is now in a forward position. This is what's called a joint on a bomb site, okay? You want a joint player on a bomb site that you can flood on top of, okay? You want to get out on top of them. They want to be in a little forward position where the people who are flooding out of CT spawn, they aren't just piled up on him. Notice how he isn't backside, hiding in the pocket. Behind this little green box here. He's in a forward position, and he's going to cause the attackers to trip and fall. It might take 2, 3, 4 extra seconds for them to get out of hookah, and in that time, look who's running through spawn with a fucking speed boost, right? The boys. So, he's going to put himself here, understanding that he's not going to be able to just win the round right now. He's not going to be able to kill them all. Trigger discipline, let the rocket go by. So look at how much time he's bought. He got a kill. He got a guy sitting there crouch spraying at him. He turned the rocket on himself, and in that timing, who's coming out spawn? Asuna and Cryo. Now the flood happens. Now these guys can't out. King makes a mistake by spamming all of his bullets. Okay, he gets punished trying to jump out. Tex takes the timing into spawn. Trying to soundbait for him, running away. I think this honestly makes it a little obvious. I don't really like this play from Com. I don't know why he can't just sit there and angle out and take his time. I also want to see a trigger to simple play coming there from Tex. you know, what's the real point killing that guy at 38 seconds, right? I think you have a lot of time, and I think if you do have this play, you know, they don't know where I am, I have a play, wait for me. I think you have the opportunity to make this. I don't think it's realistic for him to just kill this guy and them to reset the situation and win it. Especially when Tex is going to kind of like instantly go, right? Throwing his util, getting a ping. They're not really like resetting the situation well enough. We're using ults to close this out, and it just gets really ugly. Again, not on the same page, like doing these like pseudo baits for each other ends up falling apart from the individual, you know, moments from 100 Thieves here. Here we're shown kind of like this last chance effort from Leviatán after losing the defense pistol round. They're now in a spot where they have to force. And I just like to highlight kind of like the difference of team play that you see on these bomb sites, right? So we're getting into a position where we're about to hit. The wall is down. We have good timing. This molly's bad. We're going to abuse it. The smokes go out. One player is util dumped and traded. One player is angling out in the open. And another one is kind of just sitting here taking a chance play. I have a new player TPing to help, getting caught out. Everybody is one by one by one by one. We're not on the same page. We're not working together. I'd also like to back it up and highlight this buy that we've already talked about with 100 Thieves before. Look at Boostio here, okay? Full armor and a pistol with 0 credits. Where'd his money go, you ask? Here we go. The MVP, right? Bosses him up a Vandal. Here you go, brother. Get to work with it. Now, we're in this position where, you know, we are kind of on even footing here, you know, if you are looking at this spread, okay? Against this anti-eco versus this force, there's a lot of SMGs in play, a couple light armors, but this Vandal is kind of like the unsung hero of this round, showing why, again, being able to work with your team and give them opportunities to set them up for success is going to always outweigh any individual play that you can think of. So, Cryo being raid bossed here with armor and a Vandal, he's out in a position where he can get these long-range trades on these guys using SMGs. Look at these fights. 2 meters, right? Look at this fight here. You know, we're going like 20 now. And because we have these long-range fights with this rifle posted, he's able to get these frags. On top of these guys just playing this terribly and being separated and not working together. And I do just want to back it up here and kind of like prove the point of what I'm talking about, where when you're having fun, it's all smiles, and it's a very, you know, non-tense and just fun environment. This is the type of result that you could expect from teams that are doing it. This is just a highlight from the last round. Look at this guy with the shotgun. 1, okay, he's going to get 2 here on Gecko. All right, he's going to chase out somebody, spawn, and kill him. I mean, look at the smiles here. Just jumping up and down, rocking in their cheers, just laughing. This is a scary scene if you are the opponent of a team who's doing that. This is great situation recognition and a common thing that you're going to notice not only on 2 bomb site maps, but all of them in general. Austin has a line of control in this elbow position. Instead of sitting there and saying nothing, he's saying that I have this line, I have up to here, guys. They are still not A. Be ready to flood, right? Be ready to move based on their next step. We think it's going to be B. So we have the defenders poised towards this B position with a kill trip out in the open. Leviatán is going to end up going here, breaking trips, and the shift is going to kind of like move over here. Now watch the flood, okay? We don't want these guys to set up. We don't want these guys to get comfortable. All their utility comes out, we throw all of it right back at them. The entire kitchen sink, dart, blind, spamming through the smokes. Okay, reveals are happening now. Now we get the trade. Boostio in a position to punish. The dart doesn't get broken. He gets 1 through the smoke. Shot coming out, zoning them into this front side of the bomb site, right? We're not scared of back here. Why? Because we knew they didn't get out there. We stuffed them at the choke. We're not scared of this headshot. Why? Because we stuffed them at the choke. Zoning into this front site. We have 3 people facing it now from different positions, okay? Trades go our way. This is just a really well-played round from 100 Thieves. And again, after a 13-3 loss, okay, the crowd just chanting this. Everybody is just too hype right now, man. And this is the type of stuff where no matter how good you are, no matter how good you're playing, some days this is just going to happen in Valorant, and all you can do is try to shut this guy down. He's going to keep peaking. He's going to keep inspiring people. Everybody's going to be confident, and these matches are close to impossible to win. So Leviatán are now going to show us what you don't want to do when you have this lead, when you have this momentum, when you have this confidence, right? They're just going to go for too much. They're just going to bite off way more than they can chew. Championship level teams need this level of discipline to be able to lock in their advantage and just punch out these rounds really easily, right? Protocol based, crisp, clean. 100 Thieves are going to go for a Hunter's Fury play towards the B main. You know, this is just a, good call for them, right? We get this instant double entry. What I'll ask you now, Aspas, are you not satisfied with this, right? 5v3, look at our util set here. We have Thrash, right? We have all this breach utility. We have some rechargeables coming up eventually. You should be happy with this, right? We should play a basic crossfire man advantage setup in the bomb site with someone holding the flank, and we're good to go. What do we do instead? We just push for more. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Fuck it. I'm the best player in the world. I'm just going to push for more. Alright. Bang is kind of like panicking here, honestly. He's throwing his blind. He's going for a spam kill. He takes the time on the reload, and he gets sat down here by a trade, okay? Tech's also pushing to help him. What are we doing? If we're going to do this, can we invest our breach utility to do it? Can we get flashes for these kills, drill this guy out of the corner, whatever it is? And if we can't, hey, rocket fucking science, maybe let's not do it. Maybe let's sit in the bomb site and play the advantage and act like we have what it takes to be a championship level team. Now, in a 5v3 situation, knocked to a 3v3, 100 Thieves now have a chance to win this. Why? They have the showstopper. A panic spawn push is the only last kind of like hope for them happens here. The bomb gets smoked with wingman on, one of the best combos in the game right now. He gets it to half on that drill. Rocket buys so much time and so much space. The defuse comes through, and they just steal this round right from under their nose. And it's just unacceptable from Leviatán. It really is. I mean, this was the best team in this split, right? Leviatán was just this raid boss that you just didn't want to have to play. The only game they lost was this off game they had against Cloud9 running these crazy comps, and Cloud9 played great that day. We're now again in a man advantage situation post plant. Okay, guys, tournament on the line here. We need one win to go to Shanghai. What are we fucking doing here, man? Are we salaried? 2v3 situation retake coming in. We're just fighting. The 100 Thieves have to clear the bomb site. They have to tap the bomb. Make them work hard. 1v1 trade comes out here. Asuna pops his rocket, kills a weak player. Aspas is going to take the fight here on Asuna because he's low HP. Kind of makes the obvious play here. What are we even doing to let this happen? Why are we not backed up into this bomb site? Into this main, running away from these guys, okay? If we want to have someone playing the bomb site, fine, so be it. You can slow them down. Let's just play kind of like the clutch here. Let's just like take our time. Okay, these guys have no smokes, right? They've rotated from far away. We can make some sort of triangle setup to trade off of each other. We can leave someone in the bomb site and play the trades. We can have someone rerouting. We can do any of these options. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just peek. You know, that Boostio guy was standing up and yelling our names. Let's just peek and put him down, right, boys? Yeah. We're going to watch this one more time because of how much it pissed me off. Just play the objective here, man. We don't need to play for this trade. If this guy was 1 HP, it'd be different. 90 HP with an ult, we don't need to angle out on this guy. Aspas, if you want to go kill him so bad, go kill him. If I'm Tex, I'm running away. I'm playing the objective. It's unbelievable, man. 100 Thieves are on pace now for a historic comeback, being down 4-11. They've brought it back all the way to 10-11 by slamming B site over and over and over and over again. This is something, okay, that is a little unfortunate. I think Boostio might just be playing to change the pace here, but I want you to pay attention to the situation. Okay, full buy, full utility, bunch of ults, full armor against one saved gun, SMGs, pistols, okay? We are not in the position to force win this round, right? Let's let the utility do the hard work. Let's play the situation right. Let's convert this round, and let's just win the game. Again, Boostio takes it into his own hands here. On the weak side, he is going to go first here. A very common thing when a Thrash or a drone or something sees nothing in the bomb site. You're supposed to say, they're not here, they're going to be doing something, right? They're flanking us. They're going to be clearing out mid, looking for the lurk, whatever it is. This might have inspired Boostio to speed up in this position and kind of like try to not get caught out by that. But I think that if we're going to bring this Thrash all the way around, look at the timer that we have left here, right? He kind of has half life right now. I think taking him into market for Boostio to make this play is good, and we can also change our pathing into market. Asuna, Bang, EU can all scale forward and trade out this Thrash, trade out Boostio and market, because the entire bomb site is clear, right? So, again, getting on the same page is just the main thing that you want to be executing in these moments, right? Are we going to fight market because we have a backstab? Okay, I need to be calling for that and screaming it, right? I have this timing, guys, come help me out. If they can't, okay, I have to kind of just be humble and back out and let that play happen. Boostio's going to go early here. He's going to get 2v1. The gun's going to fall down. You get to trade through spam. Now the ults are going to start flowing, okay? Remember, we use ults to win rounds. Scans come through. 100 Thieves are trying to make a decision. Bang is getting some info that I think he already knows. He also just might be using his ult to just, like, you know, freak them out or whatever it is. He gets a good reposition here. He's ready to play off his bind. We have a nice triangle setup here. Again, a standard for a post plant. Form a triangle. Doesn't matter how big, how small, what the angles are, isosceles, I don't give a shit. Form a triangle, play contact trading, trade off of each other, you will have success. EU's going to run away here to check the flank since the Sentinel is down. He has a lot of utility for the clutch as well. It's acceptable. What we're kind of like not remembering here are the agents that we're going up against. So I don't like the fact that we have this Omen blind, right? We are in this position with satchels to be able to push something and get proactive. I think we should have thrown this blind and pushed spawn before this thrash even happened. We kind of lock ourselves in the bomb site, and again, these guys are going to use ults to win rounds. Bang miraculously lives here. The thrash comes out, detains cryo. Corners aren't checked. A trade ends up coming through. 2v1 situation. Not really winnable when you're detained like that. And unfortunately, the map slips away from 100 Thieves here. The laziness and idea separation, I think, has been the real downfall of Leviatán on this map. I think this is a great round to showcase this. Leviatán start with a B main default, trying to find out where cryo is opping. The strength of the Harbor Sova comp is that you can figure out a lot of positions and where people are playing fast. Now, Tex has found himself in this forward position here, and he's going to get droned out. What's going to end up happening is he's going to get tagged and he's going to run away, and in that time he's going to get picked off here. The orb has gone down, but only 2 players have crossed, right? So what I don't understand about this play, again, is like, all right, Tex, if we're going to come back to you, can you just live in the corner and just, you know, do your best and wait for us to come to you? No, I'm going to jump down and I'm going to die. Okay. We used the rest of our fuel to cross Aspas. There's 2 people in A main, right? Sova has an excuse because he was droning B, but you should be over here by now, buddy, right? And, you know, if you don't want to die to this op, it's obviously not on A, right? Right? 2 rifles just peeked and killed him, so it's either B or it's mid. So what do we do when we narrow down the lanes on where the operator is? We use utility to suppress him and for him to not get value. Jett has this new ability that they just added today called Cloudburst. You can smoke the ground and live. I don't feel like it. I'm just going to peek. I mean, like, slipping down this, like, spaceship, or whatever that is, a battleship, just slipping down the railing, ADSing with a Vandal. That's just not a kill you're going to get. Wait for the orb or throw a smoke on the ground. Like, just act like you're trying. Okay, they're going to panic, and they're going to speed up into this A site here because they're in a 3v5. The situation becomes a little unwinnable. Calm, you know, notoriously doesn't go with his team. He's just looking to backstab someone. EU has now been baited for in this position, which is really insane, and they're never going to clear this, okay? Asuna was the one who was seen. EU, you know, takes a timing there. I don't think it's bad necessarily, but this is just going to be a situation that's pretty unwinnable with this utility and these shots coming through. And, you know, it's just well done by 100 Thieves for just playing the objective and taking their time. And it's terribly played by Leviatán for not being on the same page and not working together. With how 100 Thieves has been performing, this was going to be a hard game for Leviatán to win in the first place. But the fact that they are so far apart and so distant from being on the same page, it's really repulsive, to be honest with you. We're in a man advantage situation on an anti-eco here. We have expended our Killjoy utility with our Viper Orb on the default of B to stop the plant. We bought a lot of time. We have slowly zoned them, herded them into this position, right? What you can see here is us running out of gas, Mazzino backing up, you know, playing the snowman position rather than playing bomb site with his teammate. They're going to put the bomb down and they're going to, you know, go for kills here. Okay, I don't know what that was. I don't know what you're doing or why you did that, but, you know, you went 1 for 1 on defense against pistols, right? You could have just lived and waited for your teammate. Nah, I'd rather not. Mazzino then panics and does the same thing, trying to just angle out instead of just waiting. Gets sat down. 3v3 situation happens now, and we're just rushing. The bomb was just planted. We could just wait. We could just slow down and just, like, work with our teammates here. No, I'd actually rather not. Okay, that's fine. You guys can get sat down by pistols. You know, we have Jesus here in the clutch still, so there's a chance. He calls, damage is called out here by the teammates, so he picked up an SMG. It's a fake dash play. Look at 100 Thieves. This is what's called kind of like a gladiator protocol, right? They're put in positions where they can both take 1v1s. Yes, they can play the man advantage. Yes, they can play the trade. What's on their side? The time, right? You can sit there. He can buy time. He can buy time. He can buy time. He doesn't even need to do damage. He doesn't even need to kill him. He can just sit there and burn the clock for Bang, who doesn't reveal himself, right? And Bang can just kind of play out his clutch. But in that time, Bang has full audible here, meaning that he knows exactly where Aspas is. Aspas is running and shooting, so he kind of has a pre-aim through a wall, takes a fight, gets a trade. Again, the unsung hero of this situation, EU, just probably wouldn't even get credit in a normal VOD review or desk analyzation. This guy plays these mid-round situations, these clutches, almost flawlessly. It's really hard to deal with this guy when he's alive. If I'm Leviatán, this is something that just can never happen in a setting like this. Leviatán graciously are now going to show us what not to do in a retake situation, okay? Context here is the killjoy ult has been placed, the 100 Thieves are in the bomb site planning, and they're going to now extend into the mid site, trying to crunch this orange guy, this kitchen player, with Bang, who's coming through mid. Bang goes a little early on his timing. I think he hears sound here, so he kind of sings with confidence. He gets sat down. Hey guys, we're in the 5v4. What happens when we're in the man advantage, okay? What happens? The enemy, who's in the disadvantage, has to equalize. They are going to gain map space by taking a risk. They are going to peek us on random timing, taking a risk and gambling. It's what's going to happen. We need a keyword here. Pause, reset, whatever it is. In Valorant, rounds are forever changing when different information, kills, deaths, utility is used, expended, right? It's changing. We need to just pause here and just chill out. What are we going to do? Are we going to drone and then harbor ult off that drone? Are we going to harbor ult and flood and cancel the drone call? Let's get on the same page. It's really overpowered. Calm is going to stand here and he's going to drone. He has a player following it. Asuna, not going to lie, unbelievable transfer. It's just unfortunate. Another trade comes in here, okay? Now we're in the 3v2. Cryocells is alive, killing Mazzino, and now we're in a 2v2. Bomb's in an open position. Tex is just getting caught out. The ult is broken. There's the unsung hero. EU, look at this guy, man. Look at this guy move. Look at this guy work. Look at this guy play these situations, playing the advantage, playing the win condition. I have yet to see him really do something wrong here. We're going to do contact trading now. What does that mean? EU is going to reveal himself first. Cryo doesn't even need to reveal himself right now. He's known that he is Snowman, right? But EU has a recon. When you are the person who makes that contact trade in this moment, the enemy, or I'm sorry, the other player that you're playing with doesn't need to reveal his position. You are already the one who's known. Use the fact that you are known and let the fact that the other player is unknown kind of like ruin the enemy's clutch attempt here. Cryo ends up jump spots here, which is okay, but now we're just going to spot. He's off, he's reset, they know he has to tap. Cryo peeks on timing here, stopping the save. Again, great round from 100 Thieves, unfortunate round for Leviatán. A situation this unholy can only be, you know, excused by the idea of an anti-strat. There is some sort of like communication that's going on right now in Leviatán that we don't know about an anti-strat. This might be something along the lines of like when they have Sov-ult, they play completely off the bomb site, and they just play the post plant, right? They have used a lot of utility to get into the bomb site, including the mosh pit, so they are kind of running out of things that they can stop the defuse with. The Viper Orb is also in mid here. I don't understand what this is from Leviatán. The retake is going to begin with 3 people rather than 5, and we're just going to figure out if we can fly or not. So that happens, okay, and now we're in the 3v5. Okay, the best player in the world, okay, should probably be involved in this moment and not holding the mid lurk, okay? We have 2 people going out, 2 guys spectating. I don't know what I'm watching at this point, okay? This is like a ranked game when I like ask my teammates to wait for me and they just run out and do it anyway. Again, round to win the game here, by the way. So now in the 5v3 situation, you know, this becomes pretty unwinnable. Crowd's just knocking them down. The forward players are doing their job, and the other players are just living and just playing the clutch. Aspas with a dash activated. He had his dash in this retake. He won't even be able to get to use it because they just like ignored the fact that he exists, and this is just unwinnable. Looks like he's just trying to do some damage here, trying to get out with his life and save, but Leviatán, it's just, I don't know what to say. We're going to see a lot of different components in this round that I'm going to try to break down for you. And the first one is what's going to be called a scramble ult. Okay, a scramble ult is when you use a ult, a very disruptive one, a sky ult, a sova ult, a killjoy ult, a raze rocket, a brim ult. You use it in a situation where you aren't even trying to get value out of it. You know, you're not trying to do damage, you're not trying to kill people, you're not trying to detain people. You're using it to scramble the situation, reset it, so it can be played differently again. So, as we can see here, Tex is going to drop down this killjoy ult preemptively. You know, he doesn't really know if anyone's in the bomb site, and he doesn't really care. The bomb isn't being planted. The bomb isn't down. He just wants to drop this here because he knows the majority of attackers are here, and he just wants to fuck over the situation that they're in, right? He doesn't want to let them get set up. He wants to buy time for his team. He wants to be able to group up and work together and get in this bomb site. With that, 100 Thieves has to respect it. They can't really break it here. They know there's 2 or 3 players. They're going to start running away. The thing that I don't like about this is that one person doesn't establish the line to contain these players. Sorry. So Bang does a really good job of popping this orb on timing, and this is a moment of distrust, I feel like, for Leviatán. I don't think that they kind of like really are on the same page here. Aspas is trying to run over to B because he hasn't been involved this entire game almost on the CT side, and he just finally just wants to be at the place where they're going. Bang pops his orb on perfect timing of the fact that they could be crossing back to B in this moment, okay? Tex runs through it. Again, Aspas running through spawn. One guy has to do this, right? In these situations, if we can develop that deep line of control, or a person inserted in a position where they can hear rotations, everybody else needs to be playing together. Now, Common King angling out here. We're slowly coming up. 30 seconds left. We're running out of time. Thrash is going to come in with a recon. Bomb site's clear. Molly default is placed. Okay, we're buying time here. Now, if Aspas is here right now, he could be angling out with King. He could be screens with Com. Whatever it is, he might be able to get a kill and win this round. But he's gambling and not working with his team, right? Wants to be in the right place at the right time. He's just up to gambling now, and he's just running around the map. So now we're going to kind of get the bomb site here. We're going to get the plant with the Thrash, or we're going to get the plant with the Wingman. Pay attention to cryocells here. Okay, when you're 1 HP, okay, when your teammates are 1 HP in their rank games, what do? They run in a corner, they cower, and then they blame you when they use the round. What are you supposed to do when you're 1 HP? You're supposed to be the tip of the spear, right? Use me, trade me, bait me, let me set you up. I'm 1 HP. Cryo isn't worth the value of one person right now, right? Why? He has little to no utility, and he has little to no health, okay? He is not worth a Lev Aspas who's full HP with full utility. He is not worth a Com that is full HP, half utility, right? So he wants to throw himself out in the open where his teammates can trade him. They have to take the gunfight. He will drag the crosshair away, and he will get traded in that action. That's exactly what we see here. Dead. Bang, out in the open, punishing both of these noobs for continuing to compete. Again, not on the same page. I got a guy playing Sova, shooting scatter arrows on the ground. Okay, I got 2 guys peeking screens that are just bumping into each other, and I got another guy throwing mollies. Guys, wait. Let's do this together. What are we going to do? If we're going to peek, let's all do it. If we're going to use util, let's just use it and wait, right? We can wait for fuel. My wall can go up. We can go in together. It can be great. No, I'd rather not. I'd rather just peek. I'd rather just peek and try to win the round myself. So, sorry, King. Sorry, brother. Look at Bang. 1 HP out in the open. Double holding. Detain happens. They want to 2v1 this guy. He backs up to play safe. Okay, I mean, just so be it, This is the type of stuff I'm talking about. At some point, you just can't win. It doesn't matter what you did or who you are. You just can't pull situations off like that. If you're a Leviatán fan, this isn't the end of the world. You're not going down in the lowers to face Crew Esports, who got beaten on bad by G2 today. Whoever wins that will be moving on to Shanghai. Whoever loses, unfortunately, won't be. I was very surprised to see both of the first placing group teams losing out and going into that lower round. And then G2 and 100 Thieves are both locked in for Shanghai, and they are now going to be playing for seeding. So really exciting matches coming up. A lot of points at stake. Something that's interesting to think about in terms of your team as a fan is what this event is worth to you. We saw Sentinels, a team who was scrutinized, made fun of, laughed at in the entire, off season, the rebuild, etc. Then they go play the Korean tournament. Then they play kickoff, they win it all. Then they go to Masters, they win it all. They showed a lot, okay? They showed a lot, guys. A lot of tendencies, a lot of strategy, a lot of setups, okay? A lot of anti-stratting is available on Sentinels. And that is why they bombed out of this group, going 3-3, okay? There's a lot of footage on them. They're trying to play similar. They're running similar comps, if not all the same. They're saving strats for the run. So going to these Masters tournaments and doing these deep playoffs runs, absolutely it's a good thing. Getting that LAN experience, developing that chemistry, making these lifelong memories, again, enhancing that brotherhood effect, that buff, right? But a lot of footage comes out on you. So these teams that have these deep runs, they need depth. right? They need depth, they need staff, they need IGLs, they need people who can constantly kind of reinvent themselves as players, reinvent the system, and put themselves in positions where they can succeed not only in one moment, right, but throughout the season. Peaking at the wrong time and peaking at the right time is a very, very real thing in this game, and I think that it's something that you really have to consider when you're playing at this level. I just want to say thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate all the support I've been getting lately. If you guys don't know, I do offer Valorant coaching. You can join my Discord and check out my options. I can help you get better at the game. Thank you again for watching. I appreciate it. T-Dog out. Deuces.